100 webinars. We just can't stop.
Works Love Made Visible. Organizations across 9 countries and 4 continents. The blended learning,
Team engagement, and
our podcast to be called Hello World. Talk about habits of excellence, hustling in this VUCA world, entrepreneurship, lessons in running and managing a business, leading people, creating that vision, communicating effectively, have that right attitude, right mindset, the right outlook, no matter what happens around us in life. Great work. So let's start strengthening our ability to adapt by talking about the 3 characteristics of resilient people. Just like the 3 on the image there, will you break or will you bend? Which one will you be? Let's show an overview of these 3 characteristics. Number 1 is quickly facing and accepting reality. That's the first step. Second is making meaning of hardship. And number 3 is improvising solutions. This is good because it's also sequential, right? As early as the lockdown was announced and when you were having your initial struggles with whatever, work from home or worries or anxieties in April, number 1, we should have ticked off number 1 already. We should have embraced the fact that, oops, this is going to be it. And while a lot of companies and a lot of employees were waiting for the lockdown to be lifted on April 13, I tell you, a lot of my clients who are not moving, Louis, let's wait. Let's see what will happen. This will be lifted April 30 naman. Okay na. And then it did not happen. Got moved twice. We should have really accepted the reality that there's a new normal out there instead of blind optimism. You know, that's the opposite of resiliency, optimism. And I know that some of you are thinking, what's wrong with optimism? Diba tayo mga Pinoy, we would always say, we would like to be positive thinkers, right? But here's the thing. 2 people going out there, 1 person sees dark clouds ahead and would say, dala tayong payong pre, let's bring a rain gear because it might rain. The other person will say, ang mega mo naman, right? Huwag kang mega, positive thinking tayo. It will not happen. That's the thing about resiliency. The resilient people are prepared because they quickly acknowledge reality. So quickly letting go of whatever you're holding on to and quickly accepting what's in front of you so you can solve it is the first step to being resilient. So when people were saying at the early part of this lockdown, di yan, sandali lang yan. Okay? Just be positive. Positivity is one thing. And I'd like to be optimistic, but I have to balance that with numbers, with facts. And just as a word of caution, even if we're going to GCQ, as the Metro Manila mayors are announcing, please do exercise the highest level of caution. Okay? Because you don't know out there, people are asymptomatic, people may have the virus. I'm not scaring people. My goal is to help you prepare, accept reality and prepare. Because the problem with optimism is that DDD, 3D, distort sense of reality. You will deny problems and delay necessary action. I'm looking at the time, I still have half an hour here. Just the last point here, Vietnam and South Korea were countries which have been heralded as having great response to COVID early on. Look at Vietnam, as early as January, accepting that reality, it might hit us badly. They're beside China, even controlled the borders, even had their own quarantines as early as January. We're not doing anything then. Anyway, that's part of the past. Let's bring the lessons to be resilient. What's ahead of you? What are you able to anticipate? Accept that, embrace that, and make meaning of hardship. Of course, I am showing those logos there. These are companies on an organizational scale that new technology is already coming in and they're still not able to adapt and they still resisted it. Number 2 is making meaning of hardship. Okay, ayan na, tinanggap mo na yung realidad. No, you're looking at what's in front of you. But 10 people looking at this COVID crisis will have their own different interpretations. In psychology, lots of you in HR with a background in psychology, we always say that, paraphrasing Viktor Frankl, if your why is clear, then you can deal with anyhow. Why, W-H-Y? When your why is clear, when your meaning is clear, you can deal with anyhow, you can solve any problem. So I know that one way or another, you've asked this question. If you haven't, please ask this question. Anytime you're struggling, anytime you're overwhelmed, tanungin tong tanong na to. What is the meaning of all of this to me? What is the purpose of this COVID crisis for me? What is in store for me here? What is this? If COVID is a person, what is COVID telling me as a key message or a key lesson? And it can be different from one person to another. No copying, no comparing. It would tell you you should have saved more money, you should have invested in savings or have more investments before. You could have told you as a company, you could have acted faster. The lesson that I get is, I could have invested on e-learning or digital learning as early as 5 years ago, 3 years ago. I've been hearing about that, no? But we've been denying it because okay naman ang business namin sa in-person. Or maybe you should have deepened your skill set. Maybe people who have been affected by layoffs, so if it's performance basis, this could be the reflection. Or maybe you could try this work from home setup. Yes, and this is the world's biggest work from home setup. So they're saying don't blow this up because this will lead to companies becoming more accepting of work from home as part of the new normal. You have heard that more than about 15 tech companies, not just tech, but companies in North America are saying that a certain percentage of their workforce can now work from home. Okay? For those work on roles that can be done from home. Companies are now hiring positions that are really part of their contract. This is a work from home post or role. And I've talked to leaders here in the Philippines. They're also drafting, revisiting their policies for work from home because we're proving that it's productive, it's beneficial for some people. Let me hear the likers and haters of the work from home setup here. Okay? Let me hear the likers first. Does the work from home setup work for you? You're actually more productive. Of course, longer hours, but you're actually more productive and you appreciate the benefits. Say yes if you are a liker of work from home.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, there are the likers of work from home. Maybe also here now, acknowledge the people who are saying work from home is not for me, and I still want to report to the office, use the facilities there, and really make sure that I get the focus that I need. Say me if you work from home is not for you. Say me.
Me.
Okay.
I guess it's
Okay.
only me.
Okay.
Me then.
I'm sure there are others. Okay, there are others, right? Okay. So that's a
There are
challenge
distractions
because
kasi. I think siguro sa environment, there are distractions eh.
is this
So,
Dada? Dada just want
yeah,
to call you by
hi.
name, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, there
Mhm.
are distractions and interruptions, Dada. Yes.
Yeah.
The crying babies. Crying babies, you can relate to that. The
Yeah.
barking dogs, yes. What is the
Mhm.
crowing roosters, no? Yung construction, no?
Yes,
Anyway,
yes.
we have workarounds naman dyan. But of course, sometimes it gets to you if you're the meeting presider, you get frustrated. Yes? So I
A
stayed
lot.
more on that because
Yeah.
especially if you're the one presiding and people have to log in and log out. Boss,
Mhm.
nilipat lang ako ng lugar daw para walang distraction na to. Na? And I know that
Yeah.
there can be workarounds like that. Just to share with you, as part of this crisis leadership, adjustment to leadership, what I do is this is to emphasize compassion and understanding now. In one call, I got so frustrated because people log in and log out. No? Ito pa pet peeve ko. If I may just speak in Tagalog, let me know if somebody here doesn't understand Tagalog. Yung electric fan na nakatapat sa microphone, di ba? Yan ang super pet peeve ko. No? So sometimes I say something in meetings, no, and then just realizing what I did, I just said sorry. I blew my top there, really high pressure. So dapat mag-intindihan na lang tayo because these tech things, no, and this adjustment is ongoing. So you can go through the bullets here and just pick, shop. What's the meaning that this crisis is telling you? What's COVID's personalized message for you here? Since I'm getting more participation, may I have more participation, please? Can I have one or two people just pick from this list? Ano kaya ang biggest lesson ni COVID sa'yo? If COVID is a person telling you something, which one is for you? Let's see if you have two courageous people. Otherwise, I'll proceed. Sino?
Savings po. We need to really save.
Gia. Okay, thank you, Gia. You need to say yes. In a way,
Hi.
it's the COVID. Hello, this is Baby.
Hi. Yes, I'm Yvette. I prefer Yvette.
Yvette.
But for me, I
Okay,
think
Yvette.
the best message is the spending time with family, because I have been working for quite some time, and I sometimes feel like the weekends are for family, but now I can manage my time and eat with my family every meal of the day. So yeah, that's one thing that I appreciate, even though sometimes it's longer hours, but definitely the time I spend with the people I love are, it's more valuable.
Okay, and that's again one of the benefits of working from home.
Yeah.
Kahit na anong pressure, you just turn your chair around, your kid is there, you can join them for lunch and dinner. But sometimes it doesn't happen as well, right? Because some of the calls extend beyond 12 or after dinner time. Thank you to those two people. Make meaning of hardship. Tandaan natin yan. Si Viktor Frankl, psychologist yan, prisoner in the concentration camps in World War II, sabi niya, the resilient people are those who try to have a positive meaning of this hardship. Let's go to number 3. Sequential, accept the reality. Number 2 is make meaning so that you don't crumble, you hang on, and then solve your problem as you're going along. Yes? Yung mga distractions sa work from home. So what I do is to remind people before our meetings, we have a list of reminders. Choose your best work from home location. Don't work in a spot where you have a lot of distractions and interruptions. Of course, it's different when you just live in a condo when you're alone and you have babies. No? So maybe you have to resort to talking to your spouse or talking to your family members to take care of temporary business as you get to important calls for deliverables. Yes? Improvising solutions. Madiskarte naman ang Pilipino. Tama? Instead of just resigning to the situation. The focus on what else can I do? Don't give up. Resilient people are the ones who always seem to have options for something. Because if you stop exploring options, it gets to you. It adds to your uncertainty. And it adds to your anxiety as well. But exploring options will really mean working with what we have. We need to stay with what we have. We need to make do with what we have and leverage on it. During this pandemic, I saw a lot of people really become overnight entrepreneurs. All of a sudden, you will realize that. Sa those who live in gated communities or subdivisions, o di ba, all of a sudden, some of our neighbors suddenly became overnight entrepreneurs. They have a van, they have a car. What do? They offer to be your personal shoppers. They buy groceries for you if you don't want to queue. Yes? So laging may kakatok dito sa bahay, may magde-deliver, may magdo-doorbell because we're all in video calls the entire day. My daughter is into Google Classrooms and some other forms of online learning as well. So it's beneficial. I know of HR professionals. I know of an HR director of a company based in BGC as well. She has the talent working with what I have. So ayaw niyang mabore. Aside from the daily routines at work, nag-bake siya ng cake, nag-bake siya ng cookies, earning on the side. But I know it's not the earnings, but of course, being able to do what one loves. We need a great distraction here. And for all you know, a great distraction, what we're doing is really not a distraction because it's channeling our purpose during these crisis times. Maging madiskarte. And when diskarte, improvising solutions, creativity is concerned, I think of one person. I'm a Gen Xer, okay? And I love this TV show. Who else in the group can relate to this? Who else knows MacGyver? Whether the old MacGyver or the new MacGyver? Chat with me. Chat with me if you know MacGyver. Just say yes.
Yes.
Just say yes.
Yes,
Okay.
the old ones.
Napaghalata, yung mga nag-yes na paghalata tayo, yung mga magkakamatch, di ba?
Because of my
Eh,
dad po.
may disclaimer na, may disclaimer. Eh, okay. Pero I'm surprised to know that there is a younger version of MacGyver. No, I don't know this show anymore. But the point is, MacGyver was our childhood hero. Of course, I was growing up in the 80s. Look at the paperclip. Why do I have that here? Something that we take for granted. Something that is easy to find. No? Something that we have. But he uses it as a life-saving device. What's your paperclip, my dear friends? Symbolically talking about that, what is something that you have, maybe talents, maybe a network, maybe social support, and how are you using it? In the early part of this EC2, I saw when the lockdown was not that strict yet, in Quezon City, there's somebody who's been given ayuda, an assistance of the government. 2,000 ayuda was given 2,000. Okay? Instead of drinking, instead of spending it on other things, okay, he opened a barbecue stall, which made him earn around 1,000 per day. Look at that, 2,000, you're earning 1,000 per day. This was when the lockdown was not strictly implemented yet. So people, regardless of socioeconomic status, regardless of education, resiliency is a different thing. What's your paperclip? What do you have that you can hold on to and you can use it as a source of resilience during these times?
This is Louis Banta of LJMB. Thank you for watching my video. To watch more videos like this, click subscribe and hit the bell icon below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and share it to others.